Have you ever felt like your life just collapsed beneath you? Like the ground gave way and you were left in a free fall with nothing solid to hold on to? When everything is stripped away, when there's nowhere left to hide and nothing left to protect, that's when the real you has a chance to be born. The you that's not performing for others. The you that's not wearing masks to fit in. There's no montage with uplifting music where everything magically improves. Millions of people have stood where you are, broken and bleeding, thinking their lives were beyond repair, yet they rebuilt. They found a way through. You can't go back, and you shouldn't try to. What you need to build now is not a replica of what you lost, but a stronger, wiser version of what could be. And that starts with clarity. Ask yourself, what really matters to me now? What kind of life do I want to create? Who do I want to become? They used the very pain that shattered them to fuel their transformation. That can be you. Your mess can become your message. Your scars can become your strength. It's gritty, it's slow. It's one hard step after another, often with no applause, no audience, and no guarantee of success. Maybe you trusted the wrong people, ignored the red flags, or hurt others along the way. But none of that means you're unworthy of a second chance. Instead, focus on building simple routines that bring order to chaos. Wake up at the same time each day. Move your body, even if it's just a short walk. Journal your thoughts to make sense of the noise inside your head. Create a space that feels safe and clean, even if it's just one corner of your room. These habits seem small, but they are the bricks of your foundation. Growth begins the moment you stop punishing yourself and start asking, what can I learn from this? You are not defined by your worst day. You are not the sum of your failures. You're a work in progress, and progress starts with forgiveness, especially self-forgiveness. But every step you take is a rebellion against the darkness. Every small act of courage, even if it's just getting out of bed or reaching out for help, is a declaration that your story isn't over yet. The you that doesn't need to pretend everything's okay anymore. This is the most powerful version of you, waiting to emerge from the ashes. Maybe it was the end of a relationship you thought would last forever. You can remain in that dark place, consumed by regret, guilt, and self-pity, or you can rise. And rising doesn't mean pretending to be okay. It means facing the wreckage with open eyes, owning your story, and daring to believe that you are still worthy of a beautiful life. Maybe it was financial ruin, betrayal, addiction, or losing someone you loved. Whatever it was, one thing is certain. You found yourself face down in the rubble, wondering how everything went so wrong. But here's the truth. Few people will tell you. Rock bottom is not the end. It's the beginning. It's the exact place where your new life begins. And if you're there right now, take a deep breath. Because what happens next, if you're brave enough to keep going, will redefine everything. Pain is not your enemy, it's your invitation. No one chooses to hit rock bottom. But once you're there, you have a choice. You can stay broken, or you can rebuild. Let's be honest. Climbing out of rock bottom isn't glamorous. It's not like the movies. It's the most dangerous lie you can believe in rock bottom is that you're alone. You're not. But first, you have to stop blaming yourself. Yes, maybe you made mistakes. Now let's talk about rebuilding. When everything's broken, it's tempting to want your old life back, but that life is gone. Start with small, consistent actions. Don't aim to fix everything overnight. That pressure will only crush you. Surround yourself with people who see your worth, not just your wounds. If you don't have those people yet, go find them. Join a support group, message a mentor, read books by those who've walked through fire and lived to tell the tale. It's the place where everything false falls away, and you're left with the truth. It's about returning to who you really are underneath the pain, the labels, the expectations. That means you're human. Progress isn't linear. Healing isn't clean. You'll see how far you've come. You'll see the strength you didn't know you had. You'll see that rock bottom was not your prison. It was your foundation. And from that foundation, you built a life that's more honest, more intentional, and more powerful than anything that came before it. But every time you choose to keep going, even when it hurts, you are proving to yourself that you are not defined by your pain now. Not when you've got it all figured out. Not when the pain disappears. But now, in the middle of the mess, in the middle of the uncertainty. This is where the shift begins. You are defined by your persistence, Your pain has a purpose. Your scars carry wisdom. Your comeback story is just beginning. Keep walking. Your new life is waiting. Maybe it's turning off the noise and sitting in silence. Maybe it's writing down a single goal or calling someone you trust. Do one thing today that your future self will thank you for, then do it again tomorrow. Let those tiny steps stack into momentum. Let that momentum carry you into a future you can't yet imagine, but will one day be proud to call your own. It's about rediscovering your values, your voice, your purpose. That process is hard, it's uncomfortable. And one day, you'll look up and realize you're not just surviving anymore. You're living, you're thriving. You're building a life you once thought was impossible, but it's also sacred. You're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. And experience is the most powerful teacher you'll ever have. And here's the truth, you're still here. After everything, you are still breathing. That means your story isn't over. That means there's still something inside you that refuses to give up. Maybe, just maybe, this isn't a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. Let their strength remind you of your own. Isolation is a breeding ground for hopelessness, but connection, real, honest connection, is what lights the way forward. As you begin to rebuild, you'll face doubt. That inner voice will whisper, "You'll never get out of this," or "You're too broken to change." Don't believe it. The voice is fear, not fact. Fear thrives on your past. It points to every failure, every regret, every moment of weakness, and says, "See, you'll never make it." But fear has no imagination. It can only replay what's already happened. Hope, on the other hand, looks forward. Hope sees the possibility in the rubble. Hope imagines a life beyond survival. It's the voice you need to amplify. There's a reason rock bottom is called that. It's solid. Rebuilding from rock bottom isn't about becoming someone else. There will be setbacks. You'll have days where you fall apart again. That doesn't mean you've failed. Somewhere down the line, you will look back on this moment, the moment when everything felt impossible, and realize it was the turning point. So if you're there now, in the dark, feeling lost and broken, hear this. Your new life starts here. Not tomorrow. It's not next year. Start with one small step. Maybe it's drinking a glass of water. You don't have to know the whole path. You just have to take the next right step. Again and again. Remember this. Rock bottom is not your identity. It's your classroom. And what you learn here will become the foundation of your power.